G'day, I'm Mark Bouris from Wizard Home Loans, and I'm actually very curious to find out from the mortgage belt in Australia what the impact has been. What is the sentiment that exists today as a result of a couple of years of interest rate rises on all Australians? Obviously, when the Reserve Bank looks at these things, they look at statistics, and I keep reading about it and hearing about the commentators talking about what the data is saying, what the numbers are saying. But I'd actually believe that the Reserve Bank would really be interested in to know how you're feeling and what you're saying. And this is an opportunity here, that's why I'm doing this video, to hear what you think about all the interest rate rises and the prospect of another one. Even organisations like ours, as a result of what's happened recently with this subprime crisis in the world and the global debt crisis, credit crisis, we've had to increase our interest rates too, along with all the banks. The bad news is on the 5th of February there is another Reserve Bank meeting wherein they're going to consider whether or not they should increase rates again. As I said earlier, they're going to look at all the statistics, they're going to gather all the data, and they're going to pick over the last couple of months and the previous year and the previous quarters, and they're going to look at employment, growth, most importantly inflation, pressures on inflation, etc., and try and make their determination. What I'd like to do is see if we can get a voice for all Australians, all the people who suffer when these decisions are made, as to how they feel about it all. That's a really important thing for us. In today's market, it's really important to know what's going on now. I've just been watching a global meltdown of global stock exchanges on the TV here. Who would have thought 3 months ago some of the prices of these companies they've fallen 30%, literally in 3 months. That's where global data, which is 3 months old, can be sort of not so helpful. Today, it's significantly different 3 months later. What I like to do is get your feelings from today, information about now, sentiment about now, the pain about now. So if you've got a mortgage, I'm interested in your feedback on 5 related questions. The first question is, do you understand what methods the RBA uses to determine whether they put interest rates up or interest rate down? Of course, you should know because it affects you, and it's certainly been affecting you over the last period. The second question is, has your business income or your salary and wages been keeping pace with the interest rate increases over the past couple of years? And anecdotally, we see that wages and salaries have not kept pace over the last couple of years with all the interest rate increases. And blokes I know who run small businesses, right to coffee shops, right across the board, they all tell me that their incomes haven't increased either. I'd like to hear what you've got to say. Third, are you having problems right now, currently, repaying your mortgage? The fourth one is, if there's another interest rate rise, if there is another interest rate rise in February, do you think you have the capacity to cope with that? And the final question, which is quite a good one, an important question for all Australians, is, do you feel a confidence, do you feel rest assured in the Australian economy for 2008? Now, if you feel as though you're interested in answering these questions, you can contact me at feedback, one word, feedback, at wizard.com.au, or you can send in a blog to YouTube underneath this video. What we'll do is we'll collect the information, we'll collate it, and we'll actually send it on to the Reserve Bank. Now, the Reserve Bank probably isn't going to change the decision as a result of that, but this is a chance for the Reserve Bank to actually hear what Australians feel. This is your chance, this is your opportunity to have a voice with the Reserve Bank. And the chance is not going to last very long. Reserve Bank meets again on the 5th of February, and your voice needs to be heard. So here's your chance. So email me at feedback@wizard.com.au, or just blog onto the YouTube site under this video and have your say.